You should only vote Republican if you want things to get worse. That's the secret Republican strategy. Get elected to government, make everything worse, and then force people to run to the private sector for help. Why defund the school system? Well, if public education is terrible, then suddenly there's a market for expensive private education. Why allow water pollution? Well, if you can't trust the water that's coming out of your sink, suddenly there's a market for bottled water and personal water filters like Brita. In an ideal Republican world, there is no government. There's just private companies selling you only what services you can afford. And this is bad for a bunch of reasons. First, it always ends up being more expensive for the individual. The more people that share the cost of a good or service, the more inexpensive and efficient it becomes. That's why family plans for cell phones exist. Second, if you're anything but rich, you end up getting screwed by not being able to afford certain services. Is your house on fire? Oh, sorry, you didn't pay for premium fire protection. And third, it's tyranny. Corporate tyranny. Because we end up getting controlled by a small group of rich people that we have no power over. We don't get to vote for whoever's on the board of whatever company we're working for. We don't get to vote for whoever runs the companies that we purchase goods from. If we could vote out CEOs, we wouldn't be living under the tyranny of Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos today. That's why it always makes me laugh when Republicans talk a big game about fighting tyranny. Socialism is tyranny. Free healthcare is tyranny. Liberals is tyranny. Excuse me. Stop acting like you don't love tyranny so long as it's corporate tyranny. You love it when the president of a company is a dictator. You love it when a corporation is king. And you really love it when there's a tyrannical Republican in the White House. The only tyranny you don't seem to like is the one that gives people free healthcare and a livable wage. How interesting. So if you want the government to make the country and your life better, then you should only vote for progressive Democrats. Because Republicans will always only make things worse.